Greetings! Today's presentation will be about a French winery. The name is Château de Pommard. Château de Pommard is located in the Burgundy appellation of Pommard in France. The domain covers 20 hectares walled vineyard, also called Clos Marais-Mange. It is the largest monopole in the Côte d'Or and the Burgundy largest private-owned club. The estate was founded in 1726 by a noble in the court of Louis XV. Indeed, when the French Revolution came, the family managed to avoid some more serious reprisal by selling off the chateau building while retaining the vines, then later building a second house on the property in calmer time. Then Maurice Giraud purchased the property in 2003 and undertook a far-reaching program of improvements across the vineyards. However, in 2016, it was acquired by the Silicon Valley businessman Michael Bohm, whose team has begun converting the estate to biodynamic farming. The major grapes varieties are Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. Now, let's have a look at the wine region, Burgundy. Around 6,000 years ago, people began tending to the soil for agricultural purposes, and they start learning how and why different terroirs can produce diverse results in winemaking. Then, Benedict monks planted the first Pinot Noir rootstocks in Pommard 2,000 years ago. But first, let's notice that Burgundy is situated in eastern France to the west of Saône, which is an off-branch of the Rhone River. It is considered a fairly modestly sized wine-growing region, accounting for an estimated 30,000 hectares, 25,000 of which are officially classified. Burgundy is home to exactly 100 appellations d'origine contrôlée, controlled designation of origin, which are found throughout its 6 sub-regions: Côte d'Auxerre, Chablis, Côte de Nuits, Côte de Beaune, Côte Chalonnaise, Mâconnais, Beaujolais. Burgundy is a temperate, cool climate. Summers are warm, with cold winters. Hail and too much rain are the greatest concerns. While cold temperatures can be a concern for some years as well, the grapes grown there are especially accustomed and even suited to cooler climate. Pinot Noir from Burgundy is a delightful blend of earthy notes with a bit of spice and deeper red fruits, like cherries and currants. Rich complexity is prized in both Chardonnay and Pinot Noir from Burgundy, with a touch of mineral notes. Apple and lemon with a bit more crisp acidity are favored in the best Chardonnay from this region. Burgundy is known to produce some of the world's finest and most expensive wines, and to be the symbol of the very best of French wine. Wine production in Burgundy is equivalent to 30% of the total agricultural production in the region. Also, the market in Burgundy is around 200 million bottles sold, 50% of the volumes exported, and 1.2 billion euros of estimated sales. Let's notice that Burgundy represents 5% of world trade in value and 20% of the sales of French wines exported. Burgundy's major market is the United States of America, and the consumption of wine in the United States continues to grow. It has achieved 3.1 billion bottles in 2006, and the opportunities for growth are still important. Only 17% of potential consumers are regular and account for 92% of total consumptions. Although the United States of America is a major producer, they still allows a significant place to foreign wines, and Burgundy is going to take advantages of it. Now, the fourth point of our presentation will be about the chief competitors of the Chateau de Pommard. The three ones are the Domaine de la Romanée Conti, the Domaine Armand Rousseau, and the Caves by La Pierre. First of all, the Domaine de la Romanée Conti. It could be a threat for the Chateau de Pommard because it is the most prestigious estate in Burgundy, and it produced just like 6,000 to 8,000 cases of wine a year. And the second one, which is Domaine Armand Rousseau, could also be a threat for the Chateau of de Pommard because it produces around 65,000 barrels a year of its Grand Cru, with some vintage wine. And the last one, Bailly La Pierre, can also be a threat because it produces about 5 million bottles, and also the turnover rate is 15 million euros. And this domain has the same consumers as the Chateau de Pommard, the USA, and it could also be a threat. The three current industry trends are enoturism, biodynamic farming, and online wine tasting and virtual tours. Let's talk about enoturism. Enoturism is also known as wine tourism. It is a travel trend which involves going on guided tours to wineries and exploring what goes into the making of this delicious drink. This tour also enables one to understand the culture. Talking about the biodynamic farming, it is the use of organic farming methods like compost as fertilizer and soil supplement instead of pesticide. This method is more about protecting the environment. Now, online wine tasting and virtual tour. In the beginning of the pandemic, it was very difficult for the wine industry with lockdowns all around the world. Yet, Chateau de Pommard created a digital platform for experiencing its wine and estate at a distance. The winery launched its online sales platform last November, which has grown in importance for the winery. In March 2020, 13% of the total sales were online, which had increased to 33% by April. Now, here are some elements of Chateau de Pommard's overall position in the wine industry. As part of the new partnership, a selection of wines made in Burgundy appellation, such as Nuit Saint-Georges, Chassagne-Montrachet, Meursault, Pommard, are now available on Singapore's dining table. Also, the wines of Chateau de Pommard are currently available in the on-trade in Paris, including Plaza Athénée, the Ritz Paris, and Le Meurice, with the UK importer Jascot in October 2019. The producer signed an international distribution partnership, and the e-commerce site that has been launched in 2019 will continue running, hopefully, and increase the sales profit.